all so much for taking the time out of your busy lives to attend the session today. For those who haven't met me yet, my name is Louise Unger and I'm the General Manager of the Credit Branch of the Commerce Commission, and I've been in my role since March last year. Besides the ongoing pandemic disruptions and staff shortages we've all been experiencing, it's been a really big year for all of us with the CCCFA changes. I'd like to acknowledge the fantastic work you do for those struggling with debt, and I can only imagine the added pressures with the disruptions over the last 2 years. So today is an opportunity to hear our perspectives on certain parts of the legislation, including what we've been focusing on and our priorities for the next year. We've structured today's seminar around the topics we presented at the recent lender seminars. So the topics we'll be covering today are affordability assessments, suitability in making an informed decision, Chapter 12 of the Responsible Lending Code, which is relating to repayment difficulties and other problems, disclosure, and lastly, Section 9CA of the CCCFA, which is about record keeping for affordability and suitability assessments, including making those assessments available. You will be provided with a brochure which covers off some of what you will hear today, and we'll send this out electronically, and it will have hyperlinks to the resources as well. So what does the Credit Branch get up to throughout the year? A lot, as I know you get up to a lot. I'm sure many of you will be aware that MB has been leading a review of the affordability regulations. As the Commission enforces the CCCFA, we've provided input into this review, and the information we've received from financial mentors has helped to provide some context with this. However, it has been led by the Ministry, who leads the law changes. We appreciate that consumer advisors need to stay up to date with these changes, and it's a priority for us to keep you informed along the way. The most recent set of changes are in relation to the calculation of discretionary expenses, the expensing of credit cards and buy now, pay later services, and third-party refinancing such as debt consolidation. And you'll be able to find more information about this on the MB website, and we've included a link to that website in our brochure. So the Commission is also working on further evolving our education and engagement programs with consumer advisors and lenders. Some of you may have attended our pilot mentor workshop program in the last couple of months. We know there is a lot of information to take in during the seminars, so these workshops are a more interactive and hands-on way to learn. Our workshop is focused on using the red flags tool, which I think you all know about, and building your confidence when interacting with lenders. We know that this can be challenging at times, so we want to equip you with the best tools we can provide you with. By delivering education in this way, we believe it will help to promote lender compliance with the law, because the end result we are all aiming for is to see people being able to borrow money safely. Early feedbacks from the workshops is encouraging, and we are considering how we can continue these next year, and we'll have more information about that soon. Also in the education space, some of you have asked when the Commission is going to produce a red flags for borrowers. Well, very excitingly, we have. Although it has a different name, it's a quick borrower guide in the style of the red flags that you're used to. This guide is designed to help borrowers understand what they should expect from lenders throughout the borrowing journey, and along with some useful tips, there is information about where they can get help when they need it. We very much appreciated your input into the creation of this, and I'm absolutely sure some of you will see your suggestions reflected in the content. This will be available initially in a digital format that can be printed out, and we'll be really interested in hearing how the guide works for your clients and seeking any feedback for future improvements, including whether printed copies are needed. So as many of you will know, the Credit Branch also works closely with lenders. And as I've already mentioned, we've just run a series of seminars similar to today's one for them as well. Although we covered the same topics you'll hear about today, there was definitely a greater focus on ensuring that lenders are aware of their obligations and also our guidance, priorities and enforcement approach. On the investigation side, these priorities are driven by a number of factors, including recent law reforms, complaints and other information we have about lenders. This financial year, which runs from July through to June, one of our investigation priorities is responsible lending and hardship, and in particular, affordability and suitability obligations, and also the obligations around dealing with borrowers reasonably and ethically when difficulties arise. In the last financial year, we completed 66 investigations and were able to take a range of enforcement action on over 50 of those. We've really appreciated the extra mile and continue to appreciate the extra mile that you go to provide us with information, which can sometimes lead to us opening investigations, including some that are actually currently ongoing. In addition to reactive investigations based on complaints and intelligence, this financial year and into the following financial year, we will be proactively monitoring compliance with new and pre-1 December obligations around 5 particular areas. And these areas are advertising, fees, affordability, due diligence, and Part 5A of the CCCFA, which relates to certification obligations. One proactive monitoring project that we've just completed is the monitoring of mobile traders that sell goods on credit, which we carried out between October 2020 and June 2021. This project was all about assessing how they are complying with certain parts of the CCCFA since their business model became more clearly covered by the Act in 2020. The project involved reaching out to the 26 mobile lenders selling on credit that the Commission knew about and meeting with the 19 that then told us they were still trading to discuss their initial disclosure and affordability obligations. There was a range of compliance. Some were fully compliant, others needed minor updates on their initial disclosure, and we provided them with guidance on how to improve that compliance. And we then opened investigations into the traders where we found more significant levels of non-compliance. Following this review, 7 traders of the initial 26 identified told us they were no longer mobile trading. And during our investigations, 12 of the 19 mobile traders we were subsequently investigating told us that they were exiting the mobile trading market, which meant that they were predominantly moving to online and phone sales. Finally, before I finish up, I thought it would be worthwhile mentioning that one of our strategic priorities in the credit branch is improving our data and intelligence capabilities so we can continue to enhance the way we make good decisions informed by evidence. I cannot stress enough the value we place on the information received by the consumer advisory sector. We've even created a new channel through the Notify function to make this easier for you. And it's really great to see so many of you using that. So I'm going to finish up now and leave you in the capable hands of my team. I hope that you find today's talks useful, and I'm pretty sure you will. We really enjoy putting them together, and this is a great opportunity for my team to engage further with you and help with your CCCF knowledge. So thank you for your time, and mā te wā.